Hi guys, we're back. Thanks for sitting through that break. Looks like we're just gonna hop right into the game, so quick preview of the lobby as we get into Cactus Valley. We are now in the round of 8 for this week's Corsair Cup. TLO versus True should be a pretty entertaining TVZ, I think. Other sides of the bracket, though, also have some pretty fun matchups going on. You got currently Bly versus Lily Kaneen in the other side of the round of 8. Keen waits to play against what is either Mana or Sevnin. And then Namshar or Kerr will fight against Nurchio. So while this still looks like there might be a lot of Zerg dominance here in the top side of the bracket, the bottom side almost guarantees it won't be a ZvZ finals unless Bly kicks everybody's ass.
It's just possible.
It is actually totally possible. But at any rate, we're in this matchup in this ZvZ. In the bottom left, we got the red Zerg player representing Team Liquid. It's TLO.
In the top right is the blue Zerg. He is Sidestorm Gaming's True.
Now I know I'm going to check real quick. I know TLO streaming is True streaming though, because True's actually been streaming a fair bit. But it looks like no, I don't see him.
During NA hours though. Yeah.
Yeah, True's actually in a bit of a fun spot. He's in the Sidestorm Gaming house himself, right next to Penguins, so you kind of see them usually on each other's stream.
You know, I still feel so bad when he told me that he feels kind of secluded because he doesn't have a car. He can drive, doesn't have a car, and I guess maybe Penguin doesn't drive either, or Penguin won't have a car either.
This is on you, man. You gotta go take him out for some Korean barbecue.
I would love to, but I just don't know how to really approach it as like, hey, I feel kind of bad for you. Or, hey...
Well, why is it gotta be bad for you? Why can't it just be like, hey, dude, let's go get some Korean barbecue because we both love Korean barbecue?
Well, I also don't want him to think that I'm, like, asking him out. So how do you make it platonic without saying it's platonic?
So, like, hey, yo, True, look, 100% cards on the table. This is not a date. But you want to hang out?
And then what if it's awkward? Because 2 people is always awkward. I would prefer waiting until there's an event going on.
Okay, I'm not gonna try and like hold your hand through this, okay? 2 people is not awkward. Like,
no, it's awkward for me. It's always been awkward for me. Even with like the bestest friends in the whole wide world, and I always consider like silence. I guess I have to fill these ones, don't I?
Well, so okay, here's my thoughts on why I don't think 2 people would actually be awkward for you. It is just in your head. Because for example, when you, myself, and Scarlet hang out, you end up basically just hanging out with Scarlet, and I'm in the same room. So you're already just 2 people hanging out, and that's not awkward, right?
Okay, counterpoint. I did hang out with Scarlet one-on-one, and it wasn't that awkward.
Well, how's that a counterpoint? This is like the same point. My point is that it's not awkward to be... Okay, I'm not...
Well, because
I'm done with this. I don't care. We got links coming across the map out of True.
Bailing Nest can be awkward.
Bailing Nest is being made behind this too, so it's not just a couple of links coming out of True.
Don't try and make me feel bad. No, actually, it's Cactus Valley cross spawn. So if True wants to go for like Ling style dedication, he's gonna run out of time potentially. TLO just needs to plant 1 creep tumor down, and he'll be able to wall off with well, I guess not a roach run anymore because it's already up in the main base, but with an emergency wall off should he need it. So True, I think it's gonna be much better off just going for the 3rd base. A Bailing that still isn't bad to have. Well, but it is maybe useless right now.
Well, so that's the thing. It wasn't quite enough scouting to cancel, but you notice he did throw it in 3rd pretty quick, because as the links got over, he saw the defense, he checked the 3rd, and he knows that in neither base a base was taken, so this might be his way to get ahead in the game. The Bailing Nest may have been intended to be a little bit more aggressive, as we see he is making a lot of links right now, but as funny as that is, like, catching the roaches early on, getting the surround on them, that might just be, well, I was going to say a defensive move, but hold the phone, because the Bailings were actually morphed in offensively over here, not at home. So he's going to hit just before all the roaches are quite primed and ready. TLO pulls the drones in anticipation of this, though. Very solid defense.
2 seconds later, and those Bailings would have hit.
Yeah, that's a very, very good move. And a lot of that is in credit to his Overlords. Like, he saw this coming from so far away.
That's true. The Overlord coverage is as good as it can be on Cactus Valley cross spawn. You know, there's definitely a chance True goes around and does a bunch of trick things, but he's not so far. I mean, this light pressure could kill someone. You know, if they do not have the roaches in good position, or their queens covering their drones, or, you know, anything like that, but it doesn't. TLO's gonna go for... I thought he was gonna go for a 2-base all-in, but I did not expect the Nidus Worm.
Neither did I, but that Bailey got a really nice shot in the larva, funny enough, and that's going to take away a lot of TLO's production. Even though it didn't kill a lot of drones, still got something done. Queen almost goes down, Link's over that surround. Banelings on the left side don't hit much, and this is not exactly proving to be the greatest attack of all time out of True. Now not only is TLO going to be up a significant amount of army supply, which is roaches and not lings, he's also going to have that Nidus Worm, which looks like it's going right to the main. And True, even if he puts every single larva into roaches right now, I still don't think that'll be enough. But he's got a lot of money banked up. A defense is totally possible, but he's got to get building right now.
He did start banking in preparation to build nothing but roaches. A little supply blocked almost, though, and they are only coming out just now. This is really close timing, and I think it's going to go in favor of TLO. Already getting on top of Queens, already getting on top of roaches popping up from the main base. True does automatically send his drones away. He's still up in drones.
This is the problem with waiting. Like, he might have had the money to make as many roaches as he needed to match TLO, but they'd be coming out 1 or 2 at a time, and they'd be getting surrounded. But that's not even the case. TLO's up to 16 over 5 roaches. They might not all be right here immediately on the front line. Some of them are being made right now, but it's still enough to overwhelm, and this is proven to be very difficult for True to handle.
Well, the lings, surprisingly, are the best thing about this. They get on top of the roaches. They can't be targeted down by so few roaches that quickly. And he holds with saving most of his drones.
TLO retreats back into the Nidus Worm as well, although I feel like he doesn't need to. How many? He's still on like 11 roaches.
Well, I think his fear is that without being able to catch like individual roaches one by one, he would be overwhelmed. True still has solid production, and he would be, I think, right.
Well, so that's where the pain of this third base is actually going to start working out better for True and start hurting TLO. Oh, there's that Abathur voice.
Yeah, TLO was supposed to do more damage, and it looked like he was going to.
Well, I think he knows about the third. He's got to know about the third, but he hasn't actually scouted it yet. He's only seen the edge of creep. So as the roaches go around the southern side of the map, he sees the attack coming. He brings half of them back home. He continues to push with the other half, and he really wants to get that drone line, but True's left roach is here to defend. Lings are also quick to respond, and I don't think this 6 roach hit squad's actually going to get that much done.
It's not. They're just going to die. They'd have to get like 10 drones to even be kind of worth it.
I mean, you could kind of try and pull in adepts with, like an adept maybe, and like focus on the drones and not on the army. But even then, the lings coming back home are going to catch these. So TLO is going to lose these roaches either way.
This is a tough spot for TLO, but he's trying the comeback maneuver. Sure. I guess there's a couple of ones you could do. You could go for Tunneling Claws. You could go for Aspire, which is exactly what TLO is doing. There's a couple other wacky things, I suppose, but Aspire or Tunneling Claws would have been the first thing to think of. And Aspire does finish. She was able to bank 700 minerals, 700 gas.
Yeah, and rather than throw down like 5 spine crawls out of desperation, he instead goes for a full wall off. I kind of like this, actually. This will definitely secure the time for the mutas to spawn, but it is going to still be that problem where, like, it's 8 mutas. How long is it going to take him to kill all the roaches and lings?
Yeah, the lings especially. Like, one of these evolution neighbors is going to fall, and then lings are going to flood, and it's going to take forever for mutas to help out. The queen going to come to the front line. He's going to try and double layer the wall. Would have been worth it.
It would totally be worth it if he had been able to get it down, but it's a little bit late, so now the mutas are going to do what they can. Drones are going to have to get pulled. Keep in mind, TLO doesn't have a secret third base to mine off of. He's on 2 bases strictly, so this is just killing his income right now. Super hardcore, and he almost flies into the corrosive piles. Oh my god.
Yeah, that would have been bad. So, like, only good news here is that the lings did not chase the miners, the drones, but that doesn't bother. It's totally game.
Yeah, True's third base. I mean, TLO's best bet was to end that game when the Nidus Worm was in play, or at least knock down the main and take it from 3 bases to 2, so he'd be matched, but unfortunately didn't do that. Now, as we see, the mutas are going to ideally eventually clean this up, but I think the problem is you take too many drone losses. He's already down a hatchery. TLO's left with almost nothing remaining, and lings continue to flood across the map.
And TLO knows that it's also game, but the hope of
He's hiding everything in the Nidus Worm. That's
okay, that's
pretty
really
clever.
Intelligent, but not enough.
That's like a Terran player putting the SCV into the command center at the last second. Like, that's really clutch and really cool, but yeah, you're right. It's definitely not enough. Down to 12 workers. I don't care if you got 100 mutalisks in the sky. Well, actually, if you got 100, you might be fine. But he doesn't. The point is, it's 10 mutalisks, and I think a couple of queens and 1 or 2 spore crawlers is more than adequate to defend that.
Yeah, like something like 6 queens could probably do fine.
GG. All right, True takes the first game in this best of 3.
Clutch. I really thought TLO's Nidus Worm was going to do work.
Me too. It was so close to as well. Like, I really want to make that clear. Like, it was very close to working. But thank you to some of the subs we got during that game. Zombie Grub's insecurities were busy overwriting them. Thank you to the Gigglepuss for the new sub. Hype! We had Necronaut SC for 3 months. The Patent for 9 months. There's so many casts lately. Love it, guys. Healer SC for 13 months as I've lost to a Zerg again. Ace Kate. Feels bad, man. Then I don't know if you caught these while I was gone, but Nas Valas and BTLH, thank you guys both for subscribing to the channel as well.
I may have. Quite. Well, TLO chooses Proxima.
Nice.
I want to take my contacts out, but I kind of want to do it on the camera to freak you out.
If you do, I'm not looking, so just give me some warning, okay? Like a heads up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what it is about eyeballs. I think it's just because like I can, like I feel it watching it. It's just I can't. By the way, so I don't really follow League of Legends very much, but I saw all the hype around. Did you hear about Faker's stream?
I heard a lot of things about it. How the mic was bad and the translator started to lag at some point, but it reached like 150,000 viewers. So who the hell cares?
It reached 275,000 viewers apparently.
Cool.
It's crazy because I don't like. There's that one guy who had a lot of hype come with him. Was Optic Nade Shot or whatever, right? And I think it was like that guy had an explosive, crazy amount of viewers too, but then died down over time. So, what I'm more curious in is not what the hype of like Faker's first stream is. I'm really interested in what it looks like, say, continuing to stream a month from now. Because there's no way in my mind he holds 250,000 viewers for a month straight. Like that's going to come down.
The next stream is going to be like 50,000 less, I bet. Maybe even more.
But for me, at the same time, again, I know it's not StarCraft, guys, forgive me, but I think it's really cool seeing you get the 1 million thing on Counter-Strike. You've got this crazy amount of one guy stream for League of Legends. Like, Twitch continuing to grow is so good for everybody using Twitch. Like, it is amazing to see that stuff happen, even if it's unfortunately not happening to us.
We make it, it's like the trickle-down theory, which has always been correct. Ergonomics.
Sure, why not? All right,
that always works.
Well, if you're Jack Donaghy, yes, it does. But in the top right side of the map, we got Team Liquid's Blue Zerg, TLO, currently down 1 game in the series.
And on the bottom left is the Red Zerg. He is true.
And he's going for that quick pull. Pulled off gas exactly. Well, not exactly, but almost exactly at 100 so he can get that speed going.
Almost.
Yeah, way to make 2 extra trips.
Oh my god.
Crank would be so disappointed in him right now.
Seriously, I'm just going to go right over the house and smack.
Actually, do they? I don't even know. I haven't watched Crank in a while, sadly. Has he still been keeping up Archon mode with True and stuff? Because those were really fun to watch, actually.
I have not seen any information about it, so I don't know.
Oh, Archon mode, say la vie. It's one of those things.
Tried.
All right, well, that last game, it definitely got a little bit weird, and I don't know who to put that sort of like emphasis on. For me, like True made some really smart decision making by taking that third as early as he did. TLO made some weird stuff by going for the Nidus Worm. But I think the problem is, regardless of how smart or good at macro you might be, the last thing you want to do is have like 25 drones and no army to defend against a big Ling all-in that's on the way. And this is not accompanied by Banelings. This is just straight up a lot of Zerglings.
This really sucks too, because of course Proxima has 2 different natural locations. True took one that would have been hidden from TLO's Overlord, and TLO took one that would be better the longer the game went on. But right now it's just a big old red target.
Yep. As the Lings dart across the map, they've been fully revealed at this point. TLO's best bet is to try and hold up the ramp. He's got the Queens there, a couple drones that are going to be on hold position to try and act as kind of some body blocking wall, but that spine crawler on the low ground is going to be easily surrounded. He does put it in a bit of a pocket so its back is to the wall, but this is... TLO has to make the most with very little. If he can get the Banelings up, and if he can get a couple of the Banelings out, there's a good chance he holds on to this. But the fact that he lost the hatchery already is a lot of damage done.
It is, but he was making another hatchery, and he didn't sacrifice any army or drones to try and save it. So that's a very big point. Now, True, once he saw the hatchery was a gimme, he probably should have gone right into droning, but he had already spent larva and minerals and links. So that
are we on Abyssal Reef? Let's go.
Oh, I don't see that.
The spine crawler turns everything in this game into the Abyssal Reef death animation. But okay.
Well,
That's a lot of Lings just kind of holding up for the time being. And I feel like for True, the longer he waits, the worse this gets for him. As far as a chance to attack.
he's gonna try and force the issue, but Banelings are almost done. Transfusion goes down, and that poor Spang Crawler that's running out of health anyway.
Oh my god, he put transfuses into
well,
that
that's
Baneling too.
game.
That's game. If that Baneling had spawned, it may have popped and killed 90% of the Lings. But unfortunately, despite his best efforts, TLO is going to have to tap out. And True will take this series 2-0. Moving on to the semifinals, where he's going to fight against what is, I'm going to say, most likely Nurchio, but we still don't know if it'll be Nurchio, Namchar, or Kerr.
Right.
I know Mana...
For the 29-3 sub. Got it.
Oh, thank you. Well done. I know Mana was actually looking to fight against Keen, but I guess they actually started, which is unfortunate. So we just barely missed that one. Maybe we'll catch game 2. But yeah, I guess we'll have to wait a little bit for one of these games to open up. Lily Canine and Bly should be finishing up soon, but that will still put somebody in the semifinals waiting for an opponent. So our best bet is probably going to be trying to catch game 2 of Keen versus Mana. But more of the Corsair Cup when we return. At the very least, you guys have 2 best-of-3s in the semifinals and 1 best-of-5 grand finals to look forward to. So thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you guys are enjoying your day. I guess it's not exactly Corsair Cup related, but if you guys haven't seen, we got to announce that the Ting Season 3 finals will be taking place at the Corsair headquarters in San Jose. And tomorrow even, I'm going to be heading down there to take a look at the place and start helping them do some planning for staging and setup and all this wonderful stuff. So it's going to be awesome. If you guys haven't seen it, it's been posted on Twitter. It's been posted on Team Liquid. Make sure to check out those tweets. Otherwise, we'll be back shortly and see you guys in a few minutes whenever a game is ready and available.